Greetings, Minecrafters, Nonsanity here, and welcome to episode 12 of Stoneblock 3. It is time to do one of the mods that takes a little bit of space, and that is blood magic. Doing pretty good with all of our stuff here. Not everything here is necessary for the Infinity Star, but a lot of these things are our results, and we've got the food all done, both the stew and the, I want to say nuggets, but they're meatballs. I've cleared up a lot of the other stuff that we had here. We might be able to stick a blood magic altar here, but it's not something I want to put on the main floor. Plus I need room to do other things later. And that one is a bit grindy and takes a while. So what better place to put a blood magic altar than in the sewers? Yes, you may have noticed that we have this door that leads to our hallway to infinity. This door has been here a while, but I've never shown you what's behind it. Well, and that's because it's the door to the sewers, and who wants to go there? Oh yeah, we do. But one thing about these sewers is they're currently not bloody. They're not red at all. No, our sewers are slimy, and therefore green. And they're a little ways down, so let's run down to our slimy sewers. And I've got a travel anchor here so we can get down here quicker next time. Don't have to take the bouncy stairs. Yep, slimy is this place, and I've got a couple of mysterious levers, which we'll find out later, after we reveal the undersewer. Yep, this is where we'll do our blood magic. I've been decorating. I've been doing more than decorating, which we will find out in a little bit. These things don't do anything. I just put them there since I already had some flowing slime. These are slime wheels, not water wheels. And you think, all right, well, this isn't really big enough to put one of those big pyramids for blood magic. That's because we're not going to do that. Underneath this little bit of chisel and bits is a blood magic altar. I've just hidden it away. Can still get at it, put things in it, take things out, and prick ourselves here with the sacrificial knife. Not hard to make. And we can fill up the pool. And I'm clicking like mad. And you think, well, careful, you might kill yourself, but my health is coming back up almost immediately. There, we just filled up the whole pool. Now I do have in my inventory, among all my other little doodads, oh, here it is, a life stone, which is a body stone, a soul stone, which are, they're Project E. So red matter, sugar lapis, and this one, red matter, glowstone lapis. Put them together, you get a life stone. It gives you both, it feeds you and heals you. Not super fast though. So if you see these little purple particles, I've actually got 3 more on pedestals worked into the wall of this central platform. We'll find that what that mysterious lever does later too. So if I can stand here and just hold down the mouse and go bap, 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 and I've muted the sounds. I can't mute the visual effect. Sorry about that. But I can fill this up very quickly, and that's how we have to start with blood magic, unfortunately. Put a stone in there, and it will turn into our first tier. Let's go ahead and do that. Come back over here. I'm just going to put 1 stone. If you click with a stack, it'll put a whole stack in there, and it'll take forever to convert. But you can see on my tooltip up at the top of the screen, what blood is going down. I used about a bucket of blood, exactly a bucket of blood. And we have a blank slate. With this, we can make a number of things. We can make runes, blank runes. Yeah, make the blank runes, and we want to make the runes of self-sacrifice. Oh, that requires a tier 2. So really we just make 8 blank runes. And then we have to put them somewhere. And down here, I've got a ladder to the underside. This is where the whole pyramid structure is, and I've laid it all out with white concrete to show where everything is supposed to go. And this first group of 8 will need to be replaced, because these aren't good enough. We need to take them out and put in runes. And because I went out to the mother's house and broke up and opened all the loot chests that were out there, we have a bunch of runes. I've got speed runes, runes of self-sacrifice, sacrifice, displacement. Actually, I think we got enough to go ahead all the way up to the 3, but just to talk about the progression there. That has turned our tier 1 altar into a tier 2 altar. So if we come up here and get that, let's just put another stone in here. Now, once it changes to the, I forget what that room was called, the first level, not room, slate. There it is. What are you called? Blank slate. Put it back in and it turns into an imbued slate. And we can get a bit more blood in there. Wait till it changes. The red particles will stop and it will stop counting down how much blood is in there. There. Reinforced. Reinforced is the next tier. And with that one, we can make the runes of self-sacrifice, which is what we just placed down there, because we got them. And these give you more blood when you use your dagger on yourself. So it's good to have a lot of those. But we don't want to keep hurting ourselves. And one of these other ones is the rune of sacrifice, which does use a reinforced slate, so we should make more of those. The blank rune, which takes a blank slate. So we need blank slates and reinforced slates. And then we can make these guys. And since I've got some other pieces, let's see if we can just do the next structure here with what we got. We'll do displacements and then fill the rest up with speed. This is probably way too much speed, but that should make our tier 3 altar. So now if I put a stone in there, it should change 3 times. Oh, it's going a lot faster because of the speed. There, change once. Now it's going for the, that was the second. Now it's going for the third. Oh, we better help fill it. Oh, it's not. Imbued. So that's a tier 3 stone. Alright, well that's doing pretty well. But now that we've got a higher level of tier, I think we only need to get up to 2. Let's make a iron sword. Don't need the recipe, but just easier to do it that way. And put the iron sword in there. And after a moment, it's going to change into... Don't know how much it takes. There it is. Dagger of Sacrifice. So instead of sacrificing ourselves, we can now kill mobs near our altar, and that will fill it up. But despite there being a lot of slime in this, there's no slimes to kill and nothing else. Let's fix that with one of these secret levers. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Welcome to the Chamber of Death. I love that. And now we have something to kill. I had fun setting this up. They are a bit loud, though. Oh, now there's so many in there, they're dying because of overcrowding. And there's one problem with this. If I tell it to go up, they're going to fall out. A bunch of them escape. But you see they die right away. I guess I should take a time out to show you what I did for this. Where'd it go? Oh, I left the trapdoor open. Let's go up in here. This is the mob farm that... I've taken the spawner, the Soul Shards Tier 5 Wither Skeleton spawner from our mob farm in the main hall, and I brought it up here in a cardboard box, set up some fans so they blow everything to this spot. And I built this thing using a create gantry carriage, which moves this whole 3x3 around the hole, down and up. When it's down, this becomes flush with the floor out there. So the mobs get pushed and they just sort of walk over here and they fall in and they're here where I can jam at them. Why are the fans still running? They shouldn't be running right now. I might have disrupted those. But at the top of this moving object is a block of redstone, which, when it's at the top, lights up this redstone link with the two shield frames, and that is connected to this one down here, and this is an RF Tools shield projector. Now, the 3x3 floor of stone here isn't really stone, which if I look at it, it says shield can't break. And sure enough, I cannot break that floor. It is being generated by this shield projector. So as soon as the gantry gets to the top and becomes solid again, it generates this power and it seals up the floor just underneath the whole gantry. And once I send the signal on this redstone link, which reverses the gear shift and reverses the direction of the gantry, it starts moving down. The moment it makes this into a contraption and starts moving, this redstone signal goes away, which immediately opens up the floor and lets this through. When it gets all the way down, that same block of redstone touches this repeater. And the repeater is being reversed and goes into this redstone transmitter. Two swords. Not only can it is currently being turned on by the torch because the redstone block is in here. Once the redstone block gets all the way down, it turns this one off. We can also force it on by using this receiver with just one sword. The other secret lever on the other side of the hallway where we came in, that's attached to the one sword signal. Flipping that switch forces this redstone link to be on. And that redstone link comes over here and powers a slaughter factory. And I'm just voiding the liquids it generates. It's got a max tier range and all the upgrades, so it's really fast. And it's looking into the chamber. So right now, it's on. This is on. If anything spawned in there, it would immediately get died. Get died. The bottom of the spawner also has the same two swords. So it's actually not running right now. It's being jammed by the redstone signal. The purpose of this is just to kill anything that's left over. And when this thing comes back up here, it may still have some wither skeletons in it. And this lifts it right into the range of the slaughter factory. And the fans are on a reversed version. Ah, there, that's the problem. I'm missing a redstone here. I must have broken that. There we go. Yeah, so single sword now is off, so the fans should be off. We'll come back to this one later. So if we come in here, the fans are off. Good. Also, out the back here, I've got 2 more slaughter factories. This one's up high where it can get anything that's on this platform because they spill out when it goes up, like you saw. Some of them also spill down into the slime, and that's where this lower one gets. And they're both on the sword and destroy their liquids. Come on, get back in there. So yeah, it's a fun way to get some mobs in here. Yeah, flipping this on just make sure that it kills everything. So if we turn this on and bring it down, they'll start to spawn as soon as it reaches the bottom. And that also turned off all of the slaughterhouses, but I can turn them back on using this. And it will wipe the floor. Clear them all out. But now if we kill them, that puts blood into the altar. However, it's currently full and we need to start putting things in there. Yep, they all got crunched. Very good. So, time for project chest. Let's get all this stuff. I'm going to do it over here, I think. We're going to do the first 2 tiers on camera. And the rest will probably be off. So it'll be very similar. Let's see now. Gonna need these, gonna need these, gonna need these. And I guess I want one more first tier. Slate. There it is. So we are going to set this one to be... Where's my green? There's my green. I'm going to lock you. I'm going to need that piece. And then reinforced is the next one. You're going to be there. And then we're going to put the next 2 over there. Alright, so far we just have drawers and levers. So what are we going to do? Well, I'm using a lot of these redstone links. Yeah, you can see it's... This thin wall is actually a framed wall board that's on the outside. So I can actually put blocks on the inside of this. Gives me a little bit more... Gives me a 4x4 space to build in what looks like a 4x4 structure. But you can see that it's actually sticking out just 1 pixel. It's got all these frame wall boards. And down here you can see it's down here it's the normal size. I wanted this to be, I had the vision for what this would look like. And I made it and realized I didn't have enough room inside, but I can fix that with these frame wall boards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some pipes here, but disconnect them. And I'm going to put 2 of these. This one is going to be stone because that's what goes in. And this is going to be the blank slate, which what goes in to get that one. And then I think it'll be easier if I come around over here. I'm going to use entangled blocks. And right now they're not programmed to anything. Just need to get the entangle wand. There it is. Oop. I'm going to go over and crouch right-click the blood altar. And then if we right-click these 2, now that they are acting like the blood altar, I can pipe out of the blood altar over here. Give them both a maximum upgrade. Set them to only work with redstone. And this one pulls out blank slates. Imbued is the top. I'm going to take this one out. And this one pulls out reinforced slates. All right. Seal that up. But we only want them to run when the levers are pulled. So they're going to get the same signal down here. And they have to be crouch right clicked, turn into receivers. All right, so when I pull this lever, it's going to be transmitting from here, and it's going to be receiving down here. You know, it's not very far, but we're going to have it receiving somewhere else, which means that this is now trying to pull the blank slates out of the altar. It won't pull anything else, only blank slates. So if there was a stone in there, it'll stay in there until it's a blank slate, then it'll get pulled out and put in the drawer. So our drawers have nothing in them. Let's go ahead and put a stone into the altar. And it should disappear the moment it changes. There it went. And we should have one in the drawer. We do. Very good. And if we turn this one on, and we'll upgrade this. So I put this in there, it'll stay in there now. I also could have put it in a stone. It would turn into the blank and stay in there. And then there, it's pulled out. And it's over here now. So whichever one we want, and I can put the next two tiers over there, just flip a lever. But instead of putting in the stone ourselves, we're going to set up something to do that automatically as well. So we go down underneath again. We're going to need a source for the stone. I'm going to put that here. And we're going to use some laser nodes because I only want to put one stone in there. So we're on the up. I need my card holder. So on the up, I'm going to insert a card. And it's going to be an insert with a counting. And it's just going to be one stone. And it's only going to happen when redstone channel orange is on. Likewise down here, we're going to have an extract, but only when the redstone is on. So it's going to be pulling from down here. And that's where I'll put this. I'll teach it stone in a moment. Over here, we're going to have stone, stone, receive. So that's the first lever. And this one is blank slate, receive. And so on these two sides, we're going to say redstone, input on orange. On this side, redstone, input on orange. All right, so when either one of these two levers is pulled, the orange signal will be high, and then it will extract. And why am I hearing? I'm hearing some discord, which should be off. I will get it next time we pause. And now I need my laser wrench, which will connect these together. And now we can teach this stone. Okay. I think I got all that right. Let's get some blood in here, and we'll just use the sacrifice knife for the moment. There we go. Let's give it a try. Give me some... Take these out. Give me some of these. And I missed on something. Turn it off. What did I... Oh, I forgot. I put that on the wrong side. That goes in the down. All right. And now we can see the beam. All right. Let's flip the lever. Wrong lever! No, it was the right lever. And still nothing. Let's go check what I do wrong this time. Is this guy right? On the up. It's an insert. Orange. Redstone high. Counting filter. And on the down, it's an extract. Ah, when redstone high. There we go. And you were redstone high. Okay, now it should work. There, now I see the stone. Oh, it's already changed. Give it some more blood. Alright, so it's making the tier 1s. Now here's a problem. When it finishes, it's going to keep running. So we're going to take care of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to place a redstone torch here. With another redstone link. And this one will be... Let's use a speed rune. No. There's that. So this is going to be the opposite of orange. So on the down, we want to output strong signal that's from orange. So when either of these are on, it'll turn off this torch and this will go off. But when these are both, when all of these are off, and I'm going to have more on the other sides for the other tiers. When all of them are off, this will be on and this will be on. When this is on, we're going to go over here. That's why these sides are open. So these things pump out when they get their own signal. But I also want them to pump out when nothing is happening. So that's what these will be. And set them to receive. Receive. Alright, so when none of the levers are thrown, both of these are on and trying to pull out their respective items. Yes. And that is not one of them yet. So if I put a stone in, it won't pull out the stone because there's nothing that wants the stone. But as soon as it changes, it'll get pulled out. Even though nothing's selected. Whatever's in there, as soon as it's something other than stone, if I turn off the levers, it'll pull it out to wherever it goes. I could make it take out the stone too, but stone doesn't stay in there very long. It'll turn into one of these. And other things I want to stay in there. Now let's say I wanted to turn all these off, but I wanted to be able to keep one of these in there for some reason. Well, I guess if I want to get the next tier, like right now I've already got an imbued. But let's say I didn't have the imbued. So I need to put a reinforced in there to upgrade it, but it gets pulled out immediately because everything's off. Alright, so what I need to do is put down a switch. I'm going to stick it here because there's not a lot of other places to put it. And we'll put this here. It'll be a transmit and I basically want to disable these. Yeah. So I'm going to have a new type here. We'll use the dagger of sacrifice. And we'll go underneath. And I'm going to put another one right here. Receive. So when I flip that switch, it's going to push a redstone signal into this block, which will turn this off, which will turn that off. And then everything will be off. So with everything off, if I wanted to make an imbued, If I put this in now, it just gets sucked out and put into storage. Flip this switch, and I can put it in here, and it'll stay in there. Because that stops anything from being extracted. And then we get the next tier, which I already had a few. Alright, well, I'll set up these two over there in a bit. I can do the imbued now, because we can make imbued. But to go to the next tier of the altar, where is my book? Is my book in here? It is not. Oh, no, I saw it. This guy. So, oh, no, blood altar. Nope, not tiers or slates. Come on, the blood altar itself. We did the first one. We've done the second one. Oh yeah, it does need some glowstone at the top of 2 pillars. That's what's in here. I just hit it with these framed floorboards and cover them up with a little bit of chisel and bits around the edges just to make it look like a regular block. It's got some darkness to its edges, but yeah, it works. Now, while this little strip fills this entire space, so sometimes I've taken them off. Like here, I've taken it off so I can put something here. See, it sort of tucks under that little overhang. And I think because of this grating here, that edge is also missing. But it's hard to tell. But yeah, anyway, so in the book, to go to the next level, we need these red blocks here, the bloodstone bricks. And for that, we need to get into rituals. We need to go to the edge of the hidden realm, which needs 36 runes, a weak activation crystal, and a master rune. So, ritual stones. Ritual. It says runes, but they're actually called ritual stones. And they require the reinforced slates, which I probably don't have enough of yet. Yeah, I'll have to pause here to make more reinforced slates. So I'll flip that switch. And I will lower the mob chamber and start killing some mobs for blood. Working good. And I will be back in a bit. Alright, I've made 44 reinforced slates. I think that's enough to get going. But first, we have to make some orbs. I'm just going to use my self-sacrifice for the little bit of blood this is going to take. I already have the first tier orb, the weak blood orb, because I found it in a chest somewhere. There's actually a lot of them, but I only got one. And then we can also make this level of blood orb, because we do have a tier 3 altar. This is the tier 3 blood orb. Look at it go down. Still, I can put it back faster than it uses it, just with my sacrificial dagger. There we go. Now both of these you need to right-click them once to make them yours. You can also use them to... Ooh, is that actually taking me down in health? Wow, yeah, that could actually kill me if I held it down. I'd need to have more health pedestals to fill that up. But I needed the apprentice blood orb to make the ritual stones. So I've got 44 of those. And then you need 4 of them to make the master. So I think that gives me 4 extras, which I will put away for the moment. I'll put away the apprentice. And now I need a weak blood shard, a break activation crystal, which is a lava crystal, which is made like so, and then placed in here. And I don't think it takes too much blood or too much time. I can speed it up. I put one of the watches here. That made it finish almost completely, almost instantly. Okay, one more thing we need to do, and that is, I think it's a wand? No. What's it called? Diviner, Ritual Diviner. I'll pop this up there because we need 4 inscription tools and stick and diamond. So we need to make these, and that's a magma cream, obsidian, lapis block, and gas tier. So magma cream, lapis block, obsidian block, and a gas tier. And we just put each of those in, and they should transfer pretty quickly because I got the watch on. And we'll fill it back up for next time. Alright, now we can make the Ritual Diviner, Tier 1. There is a second one, uses, which requires demonic slates and the inscription tool dusk, and both of those require a Tier 4 altar. So we can't do those yet, so we're not gonna. Alright. Now we need a space to do this. And if you remember, up above, near the mob farm, back by the fans, there was another gantry. And that's what this other secret lever is for.
Yeah.
Welcome to room 2 of the Undercaverns. Just a little space where we can do this other ritual. And I hope I know how much space it's going to take. Yeah, I think that's where I want to place that. And I'm going to have to take down some of these catwalks, but I'll put them back up afterwards. Oh, I don't want to... These are glued. I hope that's not going to be a problem. I may have to... Well, I'm never going to close this up again. It was really just the reveal that I needed it to move. So if it doesn't move, that's fine. Alright, I think I can leave the railings. If not, I'll remove them. But that's the Master Ritual Stone. Now we need to take the Ritual Diviner and find the right ritual. Edge of the Hidden Realm. Ah, there we go. You can see how big it's going to be, and it looks like I'm fine for location. So I'm going to click it, and it's going to start taking the blocks from my inventory and placing them, and it's done. I can go ahead and... Yeah, you can see the glue effect is here. It's remembering that these spots were glued and part of the extending walkway. But these will change once I activate it. To activate it, we need blood in the orb. How much do we need? I didn't think about that. Let's get out the Scientium. 80,000. All right, we need a divination tablet. This guy, which is a redstone. So we need an alchemy table. Yeah. All right. Alchemy table. Give me one of those. Oh, I need a blank slate. toss a bunch of those in my system so I have them available. And I'm going to put this on the back wall here. I need to break a bit of railing, I guess. Yes. Should be able to place it here now. Can't place it anywhere. Oh. Oh, it needs to be placed sideways. Nope. There. I can put back down the railing. Alright. So this guy... need to make arcane ashes, redstone, white dye, gunpowder, coal. Redstone, white dye, gunpowder, coal. Toss those in here. And it needs an orb. Toss my orb in. I don't think it needs any blood stored, LP stored in the orb. It just needs to have the orb. And then we're going to need a blank rune, blank slate, and some redstone dust. Alright, so what we do, and we can just do it right here, place down the dust to get this circle. I'm going to hit it with the redstone, and then hit it with the blank rune. And it does a little flippy-doobie-doodle-doodle. And we get our divination tablet. There it is. Alright, current essence in the network, in the orb, is 10,000. We need 80,000, so I'm going to pop it in there. Now if we start right-clicking, we can see it's going up. And the blood is going down. So I'm going to have to keep it full. Let me do that, and I'll be right back. Alright, if I right-click it here, we've got 118,000, so I went a little over. So this has got a lot of mana in it. And when I right-click it, it does go up by, it's like 200? Is that 200, really? So it's 980. Yeah, 200. Alright, so let's activate this ritual. We've got enough power in it. We just got to hit the master block there with the weak activation crystal. And there it goes. And what I'm going to do is get rid of those and put back my catwalks. Because I like the catwalks. And a little squirt of slime means it probably will still extend and retract. Whoops. Couldn't put it through. Gotta put it behind. There we go, and I put it in just the right spot. That's where I wanted it. And there is going to be another one, which is why I got that over there. Alright, so what does this do? Well, if we put this stuff away, I don't think I'm going to need the orb or the divination, or even my sacrificial knife for the moment. We right-click, we're going to go to another dimension. So let's do one more thing, and that is, whoops, turn on my ring. Because there will be mobs. Here we go. And the episode is getting a little bit late, so we're going to probably stop as soon as we've wandered around here a little bit. All right, what we want is these iron keys, because this is a procedurally generated dungeon. Let's step up here, and there's just this one room with the doors on all sides. It only generates the next room when You click it with a key. And then, oh, I don't think I've seen this room. Nice. This is a new one for me. Let's see what... Oh, yeah, there's a spawner in there. Ah, wither skeleton. All right, so one thing we can do... Soul shard. I do have a soul shard here. Let's, while holding the blank soul shard, we'll kill a wither skeleton. Now it's a bound wither skeleton. I'm going to go over here and go click. And that just put 200 souls into it. And I think over here is another one. Where is he? They spawned. Where did they spawn from? It's nowhere here. Oh well. The other thing we're looking for... Let's see if it's in any of these. Ah, Tau fruit. I'll take the demon will. Don't particularly need those. What's this? Fire protection. Eh. How about over here? More Tau fruit. It'd be preferable if it was the second type of Tau fruit. Soul Stealer. That's not bad. Another over here. More Tau. And this room does not have any more doors, does it? Nope. So this is a dead-end room. But we got more over here, and we've got one more iron key. What we got here? Blaze. So if I kill him, if I make another soul shard, I can start tearing up the blaze shard. I don't know if I'm going to need them for anything, but, you know, it is something that can be done. There are some here that are... This place is just falling apart. That are already... Oh, there we go. Saturated. That's what we wanted. And we got 5 of them. Nice. And these have dusk ritual stones. I'm curious. I don't really need to do this. But, whoops. I wonder if I can take them. I'll take the master and, heck, I'll take them all. There's more under the floor, but I won't bother with them right now. All right, let's head on back. And we're going to have to wrap this episode up, but, oh, it put me down here. That's fine. I can fly. But it's this saturated Tau that I wanted. So I think next time when we come back, we're going to do something with this to finish upgrading, well, to do the next tier of upgrading. And then we'll have to make the next portal because the final tier requires something from that dimension. Yeah, blood magic is, I wouldn't say it's grindy if you do accelerations and automations to help make things faster. And we'll also make the Well of Suffering next time too, which means I won't have to kill the mobs myself. Yeah, there's a lot to do still, and this is already a long episode. So, until next time, I hope you enjoyed. This is Nonsanity signing out. Take care, be good, and see you next time.